A little sneaky reformulation with Vigor. We got Vigor V2 from Arms Race here. Now, Vigor is their advanced creatine and strength formula. This is something that you take daily, like creatine, because it contains creatine. And the concept is, over time, these ingredients saturate and help boost your performance. This is not something that's going to turn you into Ronnie Coleman overnight, nor is it going to, in 30 minutes, give you an appreciable boost then. This is a long-term supplement. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really like this idea. I'm not going to talk about the old formula because it was different in a few ways, but they tweaked it in some small ways to make it a product that I really think that if you're not taking like individual ingredients on your own as like an advanced user, you'd be dumb not to use this. So obviously it starts off with 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate is the most studied supplement in history. It is safe, it's effective, it works, helps you generate more ATP so that your body can use it, but that itself is a long process, right? So that's why you take it every single day and stay saturated. This is not, creatine does not need to be taken pre-workout. I find it convenient if it's in a pre-workout, but it doesn't need to be there. I'm happy they use monohydrate because, like I said, it's studied, it's safe, it's effective. It's not one of these other forms which could be more expensive and not give you as much for what you're paying for. It's tried and true. It's literally, it's like, stop asking me about it, just take it, right? Betaine Anhydrous, an osmolyte, similar to creatine in some ways. This will help out with power output. This is an ingredient that honestly I can never really get enough of. Some brands go over 2,500 in their full stack. If you're using other core America Arms Race products, you may get more of it depending on your stack. 2,500 here, the dosage they have is like that gold standard. Like I wouldn't really want less than that. But if your stack is gonna have more of it, which it likely might if you're using popular pre-workouts in the market, you're gonna get more of it, and that's a cool thing. It's helpful. It's effective. It's helpful for thermoregulation. So if you train outside, if you train a hot gym, it might help out with that. There also were some studies on muscle being produced using it. It's not a muscle builder in that it'll put pounds on you, but it definitely is an effective ergogenic ingredient that's going to help out with your performance. And I think that's kind of where the muscle may end up coming from, is because you're training harder because you're using this. And Pico 2, we got 2 grams of it here. 2 grams of Pico 2 is a nice big blend of a whole bunch of different mushroom extracts. If you know me, you're not big on mushrooms. I like to take individual ones for certain benefits, but Pico 2, I got to give it to Compound Solutions, the creators of the ingredient. They did a great job of bringing a blend of effective mushrooms and putting them into a blend here. I know the dosages, but we're not supposed to share them, but it's a branded ingredient that isn't patented in any sort of way in terms of like you can't use these ingredients otherwise. But if you're looking for a performance benefit and you don't want to look up the 5 different mushrooms here and figure them out for yourself, it's a great ingredient as an athlete just to use, because you know that there's something to be used with mushrooms, but you're not going to go research it yourself. 2 grams of this is going to really help out with endurance. Again, this is another product that I don't know how helpful it is in the acute. It probably is most effective as you use it over time, which again works perfectly into this kind of product. ElevATP at 150 milligrams. Clinical dosage here, ElevATP. Now, I get a lot of questions about ElevATP because we've done a lot of peak ATP content recently. So a lot of people asking like, what's the difference? How is one or the other better? I'm gonna be really real with you. We mostly try to treat Arms Race Nutrition as its own company, but it's really hard because Doug is releasing so many other cool products and other brands that are kind of like, work together. They recently released Peak, which is really a lot of peak ATP. I kind of consider that to be one of the shining parts of that product, because now a lot of people are using peak ATP. I think they stack really, really, really well. But again, the main thing here would be like, if ElevATP is creatine monohydrate, that's that connection where it's long-term using that. Peak ATP is more of like a caffeine, where you use it right then, you get the benefit there. That's probably doing peak ATP a disservice because it has had long-term studies. But ElevATP, I really want to demonstrate here. Ancient peat and apple extract here. This is going to be an extract that, and I don't need to go into really far in on the constituents of what it does. What you need to know is that over time, you're going to have larger stores of ATP. And since that is your energy currency that you use for everything, being able to give myself something that endogenously honestly helps me produce more of it within my body, helps my body convince it to like create more of it, is just as valuable in its own way than using exogenous forms of it, you know? So hopefully that makes sense. ElevATP is the kind of ingredient you have to use frequently and over time to get the effects, as opposed to, you know, a PKTP or a caffeine anhydrous where you take it and get that effect like that. Now, lastly here, we've got Senactiv, and this is a really cool addition that they put in here. The ElevATP and the Senactiv are the two new ingredients that I'm most excited about here. They removed some other stuff that was cool in its own way, but this stuff is very like on the nose, trademarked ingredients that people who are used to this kind of conversation will see these ingredients and be like, I know that one. As to opposed to before, where the formula was awesome, but through pathways that you might not appreciate at face value. And so Senactiv is going to be really helpful at getting rid of old cells. A senolytic is what this is called. It helps get rid of senescent cells. You guys can all tell the S-E-N, that's where the Senactiv comes from. And Senactiv has a lot of different really cool benefits. It starts off with that, right? It starts off with getting rid of old cells and helping you create new ones, but through that ends up giving you so many cool things. Like first off, lowering inflammation markers significantly. Now, inflammation is a hot topic when it comes to hypertrophy because you're trying to create some inflammation that then needs to go about its course to recover from the training. But overall, you don't want to have high inflammatory markers overall. So this is the kind of product, I'm not taking this post-workout. I'm taking this like in the morning as just like a daily supplement. If this was a post-workout type thing, I would be a little bit less crazy about a senolytic there, like lowering inflammation. You don't want to take too many antioxidants around your workout, though don't worry about it that much. It's not that bad. But to clear the air on that, this product produces so much better performance out of so many different people. Honestly, I mean, I'm 30, so you gotta look at it as like I'm only 30 or I'm already 30. Being able to really lift heavy in powerlifting in my late 20s, like 28, 29, I 100% believe it had a lot to do with Senactiv. I was crushing like 200 milligrams of it a day. And there's only 50 milligrams in here, but you use a couple different products from, again, like Doug or just popular products right now, you're likely gonna get a bunch of different Senactiv dosages, which is really good. I think that accumulation of it is very important. Senactiv is by far one of my favorite ingredients right now, and I think that the second I saw this was V2 and they had that in there, I was so stoked about it. So it doesn't hurt that the Bombsicle flavor is awesome, but Vigor was already a product that I thought was pretty cool. I don't usually take creatine blends because I just throw creatine in my gallon for the day. But because of the extra additives on this one, I really think it's pretty cool. I think that probably next month when I run out of my creatine, I'll probably throw this in. But with all that being said, I think that if you're a beginner or an intermediate, you're looking for a creatine product and you think that there might be some other things out there that you'd be looking for that would maybe help you with inflammation or help you with performance or something like that, I think Vigor is an awesome creatine blend to consider. Everyone, I should say, should just, start off with a standalone creatine monohydrate, of course. If you're looking for something a little bit more, Vigor could definitely be an awesome idea. I do have to say I got this product for free. We do have a business affiliate relationship with Arms Race Nutrition. So all that being said, I hope that this was helpful, informative, educational. It helps inform your buying decisions a little bit better. Creatine, moving on from creatine, can be a big step for a lot of people. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.